Therapy Army, URT, who are we? We are the URT. You are the URT. This is the URT. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Mr. Structure. We've got something to talk about today. I learned of the news this morning, and majority of you, I think by now, know. So I'm going to add my 2 pence into it. But basically, Ineos, Jim Ratcliffe, the Rat, and the Quartersexuals, and Dodgy Dave, and everybody else associated with Ineos have brought the club into disrepute. They have disgraced this football club. The title of the video is Glazers ripped the heart of this club. Ineos are now ripping the soul of this football club. Strap in, people, because I'm going to say it really slowly. There is a charity that was set up, I think around 85. The charity's specific goal is to raise money for really good causes, but one of the main key objective of this charity is to raise money for ex-Manchester United former players. Now, majority of you are like, yes, not all. Is only now in the last decade or so where players have been really handsomely getting paid, especially the top players have been getting paid, and now they've become multi-millionaires. But we're talking about this charity that was established in 1985. And the charity is there to basically look after former Manchester United players. For example, pay for funeral costs for ex-players. Now, not all of them went to play for Manchester United. Not all of them had amazing careers. Not all of them. They signed a professional contract with Manchester United. So that includes players who have never actually played for the first team. Right? It's young players who signed a professional contract, but maybe something they didn't make it. One thing or the other, they didn't make it. So this is what the charity is. They raise money for good causes locally. And Manchester United annually were giving them 40k. Let me repeat that to you again. Manchester United, as a football club, were giving this charity, which is an incredibly worthy cause, and that keeps the players who play for Manchester United tied to the families and to the loved ones together as a community. Because if you know the history of football, majority of football clubs were community. They are set up by the community. They were set up by working class communities. So this is also a class conscious thing, right? Some of that went over your head. Look up class consciousness, and then you'll know what I'm talking about. 40 grand a year. And Manchester United have said, no, we're not doing it. We're not doing it. I'm now going to present, hopefully you can see, I'm going to share a little bit about the details about the article. So hopefully you can see. You can see. The Association of Former Manchester United Players, AFMUP, have been receiving a significant sum from the club since 1985, but claim has not received the last 2 quarterly payments of £10,000. The decision to ease the funding has sparked concern among AFMUP trustees, who see the cuts as jeopardizing the long-term standing support provided to former players who contributed to the club's pre-Premier League era. Big up goal on this one. Jim Elms, an 84-year-old trustee, a former Manchester United youth and reserves team player, expressed dismay at the abrupt halt in the funding. "We sent a letter to say we are not being paid," he told the Telegraph. "Nobody came out and told us, so we had to send another letter." That's when we started hearing things that it was going to be the end of us. According to Elms, United's chief executive Omar Barada delivered the news shortly before Christmas. Omar was non-committal. He's going to meet with us again in January, but he said he couldn't see it changing, Elms said. He didn't seem to think that we were necessity. We ran it since 1985, keeping the old players together, looking after the ones that couldn't pay for funerals. I just can't understand them myself. It's ridiculous. We give away around 10 to 20,000 to charity, mostly children's charities in a local area. We've had 20,000 this year, but not for the rest of it. Since taking control of football operations, Radcliffe has implemented a significant cost-saving measures, including redundancies, cutting perks of staff and stewards. Reports suggest these include withdrawing travel support for employees to FA Cup and cancelling the Christmas party. Additionally, Sir Alex Ferguson's ambassadorial role has already been put to an end. So, people, there you have it. There you have it. It's an absolute disgrace. 84-year-old Elms. On behalf of Manchester United fans, my heart goes out to you. And I'm genuinely sorry that you've had to have conversations with these vultures at this fucking football club. I'm genuinely sorry that the club are treating you and all the ex-players in this way. They're ripping the soul out of the football club. They're ripping the soul. Glazers already took the heart. Now they know. I told you all about Jim the Rat on this channel. As a community, we kept it 100%. We said to you, Jim's record, the videos are there. Look how they run things at Nice. Look at their record in sport. The Glazers were on their feet. I kept telling you on this channel, the videos are there. I kept saying to you, the Glazers need investment. I never bought into it that they wanted to sell fully. They would have been forced to sell fully. But Jim the Rat came in and gave them the investment. Jim the Rat came in and gave them the investment. And now the vultures are here to stay. And now the vultures are doing what they're doing to the community. They're literally ripping the soul. What the soul is, the people, the community. The community. They're ripping the soul. Glazers took the heart. Jim the Rat and Ineos are ripping the soul. The question is, United fans, what are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? I genuinely do think if we gave £1 each, just one section, just one stand in the stadium, £1 each, that'll make a 40,000. Let me know if anybody wants to get involved and maybe get some buckets and maybe try to raise money for them. let me know. Because we've got to do something. We can't let the vultures take the soul from this football club. It's inconceivable the amount of money the Ineos have wasted. Ineos, since they've been in for this year, sacking a manager and paying him 15 million, sacking a sporting director and paying him millions, paying millions to get him in. It's an absolute disgrace. Shocking. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, people, and join us tonight at 10:15 for the preview to Newcastle. I just wanted to bring this to your attention. They're a fucking disgrace. And anybody supporting Ineos, you should hang your head in shame. You don't support the football club. You don't support the community around Manchester United. You're just a fake, glory hunting fan, and you can fuck off. And all of these Manchester United supporters organisations, except for the 1958, can all fuck off as well. You're an absolute disgrace for allowing this. Gary Neville, you're a fucking disgrace. I've been looking on your socials, not a peep out of you. Not a peep out of you. You ain't nothing but a two-bit fucking capitalist. There's nothing about you that, if there was any ounce of love for Manchester United and for Manchester, you would fucking have nothing to do, and you would call this out. You would have nothing to do with Ineos and the new apartments, and you would call this out ASAP. It's a fucking disgrace. Bringing the name of Manchester United and dragging it through the fucking mud. It's embarrassing. It's shocking. Jim, it's just another capitalist, people. Another broke billionaire penny pinching from fucking pensioner, 84-year-old Elms. That just shows you. At Christmas as well, this news comes out. Shameful. Shame, shame, shame. Fuck the capitalist. Fuck the Zionist. Fuck the military. Fuck the imperialist. Free Palestine, free Lebanon, free Syria, free Tigray, free Ogaden, free people wherever they are in this world. Free people who are oppressed, whether because of their gender, their orientation, their religious views. We do not discriminate against anybody on this channel. Keep it locked into United Real Therapy. Love is the only answer. And Jim and the Glazers are the fucking vultures. Look after each other. Love is the only answer, people. Solidarity is the only answer. Look after yourselves. I will see you at 10:15 for the Manchester United Newcastle preview. Good night.